Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising, beautiful people. It's Throwback Thursday, and we are here to honor our roots, reflect on our past moves, and gather wisdom from past to guide our present. Today, we throw it back to greatness, growth, and gratitude. All right, this morning, let's get into our affirmation of the day, which is I carry the lessons of my past with pride. Each step I've taken has made me stronger. I honor where I've been and boldly step into where I'm going. All right, and our word of the day is reflect. To think deeply or carefully about something. Our urban slang of the day is throwing shade. We see that and hear that a lot in reality TV a lot. So it means disrespecting or criticizing someone without being direct. We get I hear a lot of that shade going on in a day. All right, on to our top news headlines. Starting with New York. NYC expands free legal services for low-income renters fighting eviction. Atlanta. HBCU enrollment hits a record high after new tech and entrepreneurship fundings. Miami. Florida's cruise industry rebounds with 5 new ships to set launch in 2026. Houston. Mayor announces $10 million climate action initiative to plant 100,000 trees. In Los Angeles, the Hollywood labor negotiations continue amid massive streaming layoffs. Chicago. Public schools add African American history expansion units this fall. Oh, that's great. Washington, D.C. Congress debates digital privacy protections for social media use. Uh-oh. Tampa. Tech startup hub breaks ground in Channel District. Tarpon Springs. Community cleanup program celebrates 3 tons of waste diverted. Vancouver. City launches Indigenous-led climate response planning center. Ontario. Youth Mental Health Task Force announces peer support helpline. Kingston. New government funding boosts youth entrepreneurship training and technology. Montego Bay. Cruise port expands for high season traffic. Jobs expected to increase. Ocho Rios. Farmers market reopens with focus on herbal and organic goods. Negril. Coral Reef Preservation Tour Program draws eco-tourists. And the Cayman Islands, new offshore banking guidelines rolled out for 2026 compliance. Oh, good grief. All right, weather. Excuse me. Weather today, starting with New York. It will be sunny, a high of 74 with a low of 59. Atlanta, partly cloudy with a high of 85 and humid. Miami, scattered thunderstorms with a high of 88. Houston, mostly sunny with a high of 94 with a light breeze. Los Angeles, clear skies with a high of 87. Chicago, mild, partly cloudy with a high of 78. Washington, D.C., overcast with chance of rain with a high of 81. Tampa, thunderstorms expected with a high of 86. Tarpon Springs, early rain, then partly cloudy with a high of 83. Vancouver, cloudy with breaks of sun during the day with a high of 73. Ontario, mostly sunny with a high of 79 and breezy. Kingston, humid with a high of 95 with a chance of storms in the evening. Montego Bay, mostly cloudy with a high of 89 with evening rain. Ocho Rios is going to be hot and humid with a high of 90. Negril is going to be tropical, scattered clouds with a high of 89. Cayman Islands is going to be breezy with a high of 87 with moderate humidity. All right, in sports recap, we have for the U.S., Cordell Tinch wins gold in men's 110-meter hurdles at the World Championships. Congratulations. Canada, Ethan Katzberg sets national record in hammer throw at the 84.70 meter. And Jamaica, Oblique Seville takes gold in men's 100 meter with 9.77 seconds. Reggae Boys continue World Cup prep amid funding gaps. All right, we all know today is Throwback Thursday. So the segment for Throwback Thursday today, I'm honoring legends and trailblazers, Madam C.J. Walker and Annie Turbo Malone. First of all, Madam C.J. Walker was born Sarah Breedlove Walker, rose from poverty and personal hardship to become America's first self-made Black American female millionaire. Her journey began with a scalp disorder that caused her hair loss, inspiring her to create a line of hair care products specifically for Black women. She developed the Walker System, a regimen of scalp preparation, lotion, and ironing combs, and built a direct sales empire that employed thousands of Black women across the United States. Her boss move then was she created her own manufacturing company. She trained Walker agents to sell and educate. She funded scholarships at the Tuskegee Institute, donated to the NAACP and Black YWCA, built Villa Lawaro, a mansion that doubled as a business hub and symbol of Black wealth. Her boss move now, her legacy lives in every Black woman-owned big beauty brand today, from the Lip Bar to Michelle Organics. Her model of direct sales, community uplift, and brand storytelling echoed in modern platforms like Instagram and TikTok. Annie Turnbow Malone. Often overshadowed by Walker, Malone was actually her mentor and employer before Walker launched her own brand. A gifted chemist, Malone developed Poro products, a line of hair care and cosmetics tailored to Black women's needs. She founded Poro College in 1918, a beauty school, manufacturing center, and business incubator all in one. Her boss moves then, she created a full product line, including scalp treatments, creams, and powders, trained tens of thousands of Poro agents across the globe, built Poro College, which also serves as a cultural and economic hub, employed women aged 16 to 80, offering financial independence and education. Boss move now, Malone's blueprint is alive in today's beauty academics, multi-level marketing models, and community-based entrepreneurship. Her emphasis on education and empowerment mirrors initiatives like Black Girl Ventures and Fearless Fun. fund. I'm sorry. I would like to shout out these two women entrepreneurs and trailblazers in our Throwback Thursday segment. All right. Our cause of the day is bipolar disorder awareness. Bipolar disorder is a mental health condition marked by extreme mood swings, from emotional highs like mania or hypomania to lows of depression. Symptoms: mania, racing thoughts, inflated self esteem, reduced need for sleep, and impulsive behaviors. Depression: sadness, fatigue, hopelessness, difficulty concentrating, and suicidal thoughts. Prevention and management: maintain a consistent routine, avoid substance abuse, seek therapy and medication support, and build a strong support system. Resources for questions are the National Institute of Mental Health, Mayo Clinic Bipolar Overview. These two can be located, just looking them up on Google or the internet. All right, our lifestyle segment for today. We have a soul food recipe of the day. It's going to be a soul food classic of Southern fried chicken. Southern fried catfish. You take 4 catfish fillets, 1 cup of cornmeal, a half a cup of flour, a teaspoon of paprika, garlic powder, and salt and pepper. Dip in buttermilk, dredge in the seasoning mix, fry until golden brown. Our beverage of the day is going to be Juneteenth red drink. This consists of 2 cups of hibiscus tea, 1 cup of cranberry juice, a half a cup of pineapple juice, sweetened with agave, served chilled over ice with lemon slices. Sounds good. All right, our women's health tip of the day is practice cycle syncing. Adjust workouts and meals based on menstrual phases to reduce fatigue and boost energy. Men's health tip of the day: add magnesium-rich foods like spinach, almond, and dark chocolate to reduce stress and support your heart health. Beauty tip of the day: try Glossier's Cloud Paint Plush Brush. Oh my goodness. Try and say that 3 times. Glossier's Cloud Paint Plush Blush. For a soft matte finish that's buildable and long lasting. I have to learn more makeup and beauty tips because I don't know what any of that means or use any of that stuff. So it helps. All right. And our relationship tip of the day is check in emotionally with your partner. Ask, how are you doing today? Is there anything that I can help you with? Is there anything that we need to talk about? Just keep those lines of communication open. And that also lets your partner know that you care about their emotional mental health. All right, our book club segment today of the book, The 48 Laws of Power. We are on Law 7, which is get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Position yourself as the visionary and strategist, not the laborer. Where do you delegate so that you can focus on strategy? That depends on what position I think that you have in whatever job that you're doing. And I mean, for me, I'm not going to take credit for something I didn't do, because if they did it wrong, I'm not going to be blamed for any mess ups. And I'm not taking the blame or the downfall or the demotion because of it. So yeah, I don't know if I agree with that one. But anyway, on to music, entertainment. Our music pick of the day is the song Before I Let You Go by Mace, featuring Frankie Beverly. It's a timeless cookout anthem and still gets the party jumping at any cookout nowadays. You play anything really by Maze, everybody gonna get up and dance. All right, on to our African American history for today. First, we have Booker T. September 18th, 1895, Booker T. Washington delivered a famous address at the Atlantic Exposition, often called the Atlanta Compromise Speech. Fritz Pollard in 1919 became the first African American to play professional football for a major team, the Akron Indians. Okay. Marie Van Britten Brown was the first one to invent the first home security system in 1966 using cameras, a monitor, and a two-way microphone. Okay. Inventors, we have Louis H. Latimer, invented a patent and improved the carbon filament used in light bulbs, worked with Bell Edison, and helped draw telephone design blueprints. Wow. And this thing, I've never heard of them. That's something that, we should have learned in school back then. All we learned was, Edison, develop a light bulb, but he didn't actually do it. Louis Latimer did. Alexander Miles invented an automated mechanism for closing elevator doors in 1887 to prevent people from falling in. His innovation greatly improved safety for early multi-story buildings. Good morning, RAS Enterprises. Good morning. Good morning. All righty then. And our celebrity gossip, which is still the same. Cardi B launches lip gloss collab with Fenty Beauty. Oh, well, that would be interesting to see her and Rihanna working together. That's going to blow up. Drake teases visual album drop this weekend. Okay. And Beyonce rumored to be headlining the 2026 Super Bowl again. Okay. All righty then, I guess. All righty then. Our fun fact of the day is the first Black-owned beauty brand to be nationally distributed in the U.S. was Fashion Fair, founded by Eunice Johnson in 1973. Oh my goodness, I remember Fashion Fair. My mother had it everywhere. She used it, and all I used to see is Fashion Fair, Fashion Fair, Fashion Fair. Back then, I didn't know what it was, but now it's an icon in the beauty industry. We have celebrity birthdays and shout outs for Jada Pinkett Smith. She is 54 today and still beautiful. Exhibit is 51 and Aisha Taylor is 55. We do not age at all because these women look amazing still. All right, and on to our horoscopes today. I decided to give us a little bit more detail on horoscopes because I've been told that I just give a little bit and that's not enough. So people want to be able to actually read and be able to see if it actually resonates with them. So, all right, bear with me. We're going to go through them. Aries, conversations with friends or ideas shared with a team or a group can be enjoyable today. Mercury moves into your partnership sector for a stay of 3 weeks, and it opposes Neptune in your sign today. You might experience a mental disconnection with someone now. Questions from others could often awake the escapist in you. At the same time, you do need to take some time to continue to come to a conclusion. Consider whether you can give a little and give others something to go on. However, be careful if you give answers that unintentionally mislead, and as these things may fix at the moment but lead to long-term problems. All right, Taurus. Today, Mercury and Neptune oppositions, suggest seeing through the tons and tens and the lens of wishful thinking. The shortcuts you take now can be regrettable, and potentially costly later. Conversations can be vague or even given written into spots. Precise and factual reasoning can suffer, and your mind tends to wander. Even so, it's not only temporary, but it can be an imaginative time. All right, Gemini. Today's opposition between Mercury and Neptune can signal a need to pull back from overthinking things, but it can also confuse matters. So try to not to bank on what you see right now. It's also a good idea to seek out harmless ways to engage your imagination and your need for a bit of magic or drama in your life. Cancer. You can be especially fascinated with a workable idea, project, or mystery to solve today. It's a fine day to seek some inspiration. Nevertheless, something you say or do could be relayed or interpreted in the wrong way, with Mercury in opposition with Neptune. Uncertainty about your career or goals can be interfered with the enjoyment of the moment. Aim to seek people you trust for opinions on your more practical affairs, but look within for answers of the matter for matters of the heart. Leo. Your imagination may be working overtime today. Mercury moves into your communication sector today and opposes Neptune, making it hard to concentrate when you need it most. Of course, this might disrupt your routine. You have a hard time arriving at definite conclusions. Let your imagination go, but do so at the right time and place, and not so far that you set yourself up for letdown. Virgo. While you might enjoy a mystery now, some things can be downright confusing today with a Neptune-Mercury opposition in play. For best results, be especially vigilant when it comes to lending and spending money today. New ideas can be imaginative, but need more attention to detail before passing the test. Libra. Mercury heads into your sign today, and it is a generally excellent influence for mental tasks. Today, it reaches an opposition to Neptune, and there should be some drama in your close relationships. You might be frustrated with others who seem to be unresponsive, indifferent, or extremely vague. Situations are ambiguous when you're seeking definite answers. You might wonder if you're being lied to today. If possible and appropriate, try to let things be and depend on yourself for the time being. Watch that you don't say something that leaves too many things open for interpretation, as people may not get it. Scorpio. Mercury moves into your solar 12th house, but today it opposes Neptune, clouding matters temporarily. It can be challenging to distinguish between what we want to believe and what's real. This transition reminds you that you can't always have clear answers and don't always need them. A chaotic or disrupted routine or lack of direction can be distracting today, but the detour your mind takes as a result of this can be enlightening. Nevertheless, it's important to watch your miscommunication and direction may be in order today. Sagittarius. Today's opposition between Mercury and Neptune can challenge your thinking. It could very well open your mind to see new options and possibilities. However, it can be somewhat destructive and misunderstandings are possible, particularly with friends and loved ones. There can be trouble with people overstepping their boundaries, promising more than they can deliver, or with miscommunications and off timing. Rest and reflect for the best results. Consider that you're more vulnerable to delusion or confusion just for now. Capricorn, while the day can impress some imagination, it can be challenging to deal with things clearly and directly. Mercury opposes Neptune, and it's best to avoid making important decisions based on your current perceptions. Consider that wishful thinking is likely to strongly influence what you see right now. Others may not be telling you all you need to know for the time being, or they could be misinformed. Distractions are plenty, and chances of misunderstandings run high. Aquarius, today's transitions can help you detach yourself a little from heavier topics and demanding activities. And it's a nice change of pace. However, keep your wits about you, as there is a tendency to gloss over facts, and it's doubtful that you'll get helpful information or straight answers from others. With the energy of a Mercury Neptune opposition, self deception is also possible. If you can keep things creative and free form, then you can enjoy the exercise of opening your mind to new possibilities. And finally, Pisces, your imagination for making money or improving your practical affairs is in full force today. Still, with Mercury opposite Neptune, you may not have all the facts or information to go on. Uncertainty about your income, resources, or abilities can weigh on your mind or distract you from doing what you want to do. People and information can be exclusive right now. The compelling need to organize your thoughts, especially about finances, projects, and relationships, are real. All right. And that really concludes this morning's show. My positive thought for today. Say it with me and say it to yourself. You are the proof that glows up are real. You don't need to explain your past. Your presence speaks volumes. Own it. And I said what I said, period.